How's it going? It's January 2nd, 2012. 2012 in your face. How's it going? Has this new year been good or what? It's pretty awesome. It's snowing outside. I just got home from getting some groceries, driving in the winter wonderland and just being like, what up, Frosty the Snowman? What's going on? And Frosty was just like, I think you should go get some coffee. And I was just like, yeah, I will. And make a video. I will make a video, Frosty the Snowman. This one's for you. So, Frosty the Snowman, this video is for you. And for all my subscribers and all the people that like to watch my videos, so thank you. So 2012. Resolutions. Do you guys have any? Do you have resolutions? Are you like, oh, resolutions. F that B. Screw that N. Well, I decided that this year I would really hold firmly to some New Year's resolutions. I was going to do a New Year's resolution to actually do New Year's resolutions. And the New Year's resolution, or I have a bunch of them, they're mostly just like common sense, good things, fresh new year, fresh new start. It's like getting a brand new pair of pants. And you're just like, wow, these feel so nice, they're so new. That's what 2012 is, the year of pants. If I was Oprah, I'd be like, look underneath your chair, you have pants. But I'm not Oprah. But that would be so cool if I could just be like, you've got pants under your chair. And everyone would be like, oh my god, pants. Thanks, Oprah. But besides all of that, the number one resolution that I'm going to stick by so firmly, like a knife instead of a knife holder, a candle and a wick but without flame because you're going to burn that thing out, not smoking. That's right. I have been on and off for some time, and then in the past stretch I've been cutting that out of my life. And so I'm like, 2012, no more damn cigarettes at all. Few things of why it's bad for you. I'm just going to go through them because I want to drill this into your beautiful heads. 1, smoking, lung cancer, death. 2, makes you look older than you really are. You don't want that. Now I know I've talked about how beauty isn't everything. I'm not talking about beauty. I'm talking about your body parts aging faster than they should. Don't smoke. 3, nicotine blocks. Estrogen. Now that doesn't mean for you folks who are going in the opposite direction that you should go ahead and smoke, because it does affect you just as well. Your body compensates itself by applying a little more of this to compensate for a little bit more of that. So when one of them is starting to rise and one of them is shrinking, you start to kick back with a little bit more of what you don't like. That's a fact. Actually, in some future videos, I actually want to collaborate with my fiancé about some graphs and some hormone information, and how that hormone levels of cis folks, and then hormone levels of trans folks on hormone therapy, etc., etc. You probably hear a loud gurgling noise. That's my refrigerator, and I'm sorry about that. But this is what it's like to live at my place. This is the noisiest feature of this place. Another thing about that sound is sometimes it sounds like someone's making coffee. And guess what happens? I get excited because I think someone's making coffee when in fact there is no coffee. But fortunately, I've got some coffee right here from an undisclosed coffee maker. That's so good. That's such good undisclosed coffee. But for my own personal volition, I just know that I need to stop because my body responds to all of that stuff very, very acutely, very sensitive to all that stuff. So, like, too many cigarettes, heart palpitations, too many of that, I start to feel a loss of circulation. I do understand for folks who need to go down that route. I'm not going to condone it. I'm not going to stand against it. It's your own life. It's your own choice. You should make the things, include the things in your life that make you happy. But always consider an exit strategy at some point, please. So that's one of the big things, so I'm really proud of myself. Reading more books. That's another thing. Reading more books. I didn't read that many books in 2011. I read a lot of articles. I read a lot of Facebook status updates. I read a lot of stuff on Wikipedia. I read a lot of other people's papers. But did I read a lot of books? Mm-mm. And there's something about reading a book that is so different than from reading an article, because when you're reading a book, it's your own personal selection. I mean, obviously you choose to read an article, but at the same time, the adventure or story that you may have in a book is your own personal experience. In this day and age with technology and everything getting in your face, 2012, it's really important that you kind of kick back, that I kick back, and do a little private adventuring in books. So that's number 2. Number 3, keep practicing Spanish. I'm not going to practice in front of you, because my accent makes me sound like I'm 7 years old. I don't know why, but my lisp kicks in, and I sound little. Another time I will speak as such. It's number 4. Oh yeah. Speaking of healthy things, I've got celiac disease. Celiac is a condition where gluten causes irrevocable, permanent harm through the digestive tract, small intestines, and causes basically a breakdown of the intestinal tract, meaning I die. And that would be sad. And so I've been kind of stretching it, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to eat this double quarter pounder from McDonald's, but I'm not going to eat the bread. Unfortunately, that's not enough, because the actual patty is constructed out of a lot of wheat with hot beef flavoring injection. That's right. I brought it down there for you guys. Brought it there. Took it down. You went high five, slam dunk. Anyways, and then same thing with French fries. What gives it that crispiness that you can't seem to get at home. They just batter those fries with some flour and rub it, and I'm just like, don't do that. Don't do that. It's personal. It's personal now. And so, yeah. So educating myself, cutting out fast food, which will save me a lot of money in the end. But I do miss it. You know, it's like these U.S. American pastimes of just being like, I'm not gonna do cooking today. I'm not gonna cook. I'm just gonna eat some fast food. Throw away like 2 pounds of trash for like 1 pound of food, because that makes sense. No, it's probably the right thing. It's probably the better thing. And so, McDonald's, you've lost my business. Sorry. It's nothing personal. So that's resolution number 4. Number 5, running and walking. Why am I not running or walking right now? Because it's snowing. And if I was running while it was snowing, I'd slip. I'd hurt myself. It would be your fault. You wouldn't want that, would you? So I'm not running right now. Well, I'll probably run during the middle of the day or the early morning. Get some gear for running outside. I prefer not to run outside in the cold, as I will easily get sick, so I plan on getting a membership at the Y. But of course, my reluctance to do so has a lot to do with bathrooms and changing rooms. So probably what I'm going to do at some point is I am going to figure out what I need to do. I mean, besides like signing my name and dishing out some cash, but really just being like, here's me. What happens next? And so that's that. I'm going to find out. And if they're not going to be nice about it, then they're not getting my business. They're getting the McDonald's treatment, which is... Or I could just buy a treadmill, and I could be that annoying second floor neighbor that I won't do. Although, it would be super convenient. Although the treadmill would take up most of the space in one room. But in any case, yeah, so it's kind of a well-rounded, really renaissance-y approach. And also, I'm going to try to be more in touch with friends and family. I was trying so hard last year to make lots of big things work. Job-wise and housing-wise, and then unbeknownst, relationship-wise too. And I was just kind of running, and then I ran, and I kept running, and then there's the finish line. And that's all I had to do was run to the finish line, but I just kept running. I was like Forrest Gump, I said I keep running. And one of the things about me kind of running a little bit further was just this complete exhaustion of just busting my butt for so long to make things work. And it's finally happening. And so that was really intense. Now I can just kind of kick back and just be like, oh, there's the finish line. Alright, let me go back to it. Let me celebrate. But I think a lot of my intensity from last year had to do with the fact that, with the exception of certain situations, I feel like I wasn't the kind of person that would speak up for the things that I needed for myself, or set boundaries in the ways with which I needed to, or said, no, I don't have enough time for that, and just obligating myself to so many different things that I didn't have any time for myself. And so this year, I'm going to be very intentional. I have a little daily planner. Little daily planner. Do you like that? So, being very, very intentional. This is the year of being really savvy and thrifty, and being very intentional. And so, I began my trek into 2012, and I'm really excited. And I know it's just a day, I know it's just the change of the year on a calendar, but symbolically it means a really new start. And I feel like I've written this big chunk, written the Old Testament of my life, from coming out till after that. And now it's a new section. It's a new section of living. And I'm really excited to start it. And I'm really excited to start with you. So, Happy New Year. Let me know what your resolutions are. If you don't have any, you can just be like, I ain't got none. Or I don't have any resolutions, however you want to say it. Or if you do, feel free to make a video response or just write in the comments, because I'm excited to hear what you all have planned. And in case you're wondering, Penguin wishes you a happy New Year too. Okay, no swearing. Alright, thanks for watching so much. I appreciate your time, your love, and y'all look so beautiful today. And if you watch this over 2 days, you look beautiful yesterday and today. So take care. I'm gonna stop talking. Bye.